the coordinate plane. Here's the fancy sign that we have outside our school with a digital display on it giving updates to the community. So to make a display like the one we have in front of our school, it's made out of many, many little LED lights. Now, whoever wrote the program for these lights needed a way to name every single one of the lights so he could tell the lights what colors to flash. And one way to name them is to use a coordinate plane. So we could have an x-axis going this way and a y-axis going this way, and we could then number it. So right here at the origin is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And then going in the vertical y direction, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Because then we could name every one of these points. So this point right here would be 0, 0. This point right here would be 3, because we do the x-axis first, and 0 because it didn't go up at all. We could do this point right here, and it would be 4, 3. Learning about the coordinate plane has many uses, one of them being making digital displays. Before, you had learned about graphing only positive numbers, and that was all happening in the first quadrant right here. Well, you've been learning about integers, and we can expand our coordinate plane to have 4 quadrants. Just like a dollar has 4 quarters, a coordinate plane can have 4 quadrants. So this is quadrant number 1. This is quadrant number 2. This is quadrant number 3. And this is quadrant number 4. It's cut into 4 quadrants. And at the center of it is the point 0, 0, which we call the origin. The other two really important things that you should already know are, here is the x-axis, and vertically is the y-axis. Now on the coordinate plane we put points, or they're also known as ordered pairs. And these points are made out of an x coordinate, then a y coordinate. And if you ever forget, think about the alphabet and which one comes in the alphabet first. X comes first, then Y, then finally Z. So all our points are always an X, then a Y. And we call them either points or ordered pairs. Let's plot some points on a coordinate plane so that we have some practice. Let's start with the point -2, 3. The -2 is an X, the 3 is a Y. So you find -2 on the x-axis, which is right here, and then it's going up +3. 1, 2, 3. Put my point. Now we got to find the point 0, 0, which we should always recognize as being the origin. That's going to be right in the center. We got 5, 0. The 5 is the x because it's first, so I find 5 on the x, and then I go up 0 from the axes. -3, -2. I find -3 on the x-axis because it's first, and then this time it's -2, so I go down 2. 1, 2. So you can see -3, -2. Our last one is 0, 2. Find 0 on the x-axis and then go up because it's +2. 1, 2. Put my point. The key thing to make this easy is to remember that the first one's the x. Find that on the axis and then go up or down for the y. Identify the coordinates of point A. Point A is right here. So I need to find the x first. So I go straight down and I see that it's touching -5. So the x coordinate is -5. Now I need to go to the right and find the y-axis, that one is +5. So this is the point, -5, 5. A blizzard hits a town at noon. The table shows the hourly temperatures from noon to 6 p.m. So let's see if we can graph this table and come up with some observations about what's happening to the temperature. Hours after noon. These are going to be our x values, and our temperature is going to be our y values. So at noon, which is time 0, it had a temperature of 6 degrees. So I find 0 on the x, and then I go up to 6. That's the temperature. Now, at 1 o'clock, the temperature went up to 7 degrees. So x has 1, go up to 7. The time is 2 p.m. The temperature has fallen to 5 degrees. So 5 degrees. 3 o'clock, the temperature has dropped to 1 degree. 4 o'clock, it's still at 1 degree. 5 o'clock, it's dropped to 0 degrees. And finally, 6 o'clock, it has dropped even further. It's now a negative number, so we go down 1, 2, 3 to -3. Now, if I connect all these dots in order of the time, we will see what the temperature is doing. During this blizzard, we can see that it started off at 6 degrees. It rose a little bit, and then it really dropped when that storm hit. And then it kind of plateaued right here. It kind of went flat, and then it went down even further. Sometimes when we graph data, it's a lot easier to see which way the numbers are going.